up, you guys? After Reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to another episode of the originals. This is season 2, episode 2, and it's titled Alive and Kicking. So let's get into it.
Michael were upon us. I imagine Klaus would be quite dead.
I barely escaped. Father left the head of my horse on a pike in the town square.
He killed poor Theo. What a beast. But then, Father's always hated you most. Surely he'll chase you if you flee, leaving me here. Take my chances here.
I find it amusing that you think you have a choice.
No, I swear to you, the day will come where I'm not so easily subdued. And on that day, I will make you suffer.
Perhaps. But today is not that day.
Now Elijah's just okay with this? Because when we meet him, he's like, Klaus has all of my family. What? Is it a witch's body? So I guess that means that he got out of the, he didn't get sucked up into the, whatever the hell it was.
What the judge, Elijah? What I did is no worse than anything Klaus has ever done.
I would hope that you would hold yourself to a higher standard than Klaus.
I'm a hybrid now. I have a werewolf temper to go with my new appetite.
Took her on a witch hunt.
I like that
to
essay.
Persuade those witches to locate the White Oak Stake for me when they proved unable to do so. I let Haley have her fun.
She grows more savage by the day. Can you not see?
She knows she can never live up to the pretty little picture you paint of her in your head. Your judgment only hurts her more. Covered in witch's blood and smiling from ear to ear. She is embracing this. A little less criticism from you and Haley will be just fine.
Hey, Klaus, the mother of your child deserves much better than just fine.
It's what it's like to be a vampire. It's not for everybody. Some folks, well, let's just say it brings out the worst in them.
Well, isn't this nice? My older brother, my ward, getting along like two peas in a pod.
We should continue another time. Why don't you resume your Hamlet? Act 1, Scene 3 today. Off you go.
You know, Rebecca's still pouting over the governor's son.
When you threw him to his death, did you imagine a different outcome?
You monopolize young Marcellus with schooling. He and I used to have such fun. If only there was someone with whom I could share a bit of roguery. Oh, yes. That's right. There is.
You didn't.
Why would Elijah be upset about that?
Bravo.
Elijah was always like, you
That
know,
was delectable.
look up.
But make no mistake, Nick. I'm still cross that you daggered me. But, as far as apologies go, it's a start.
It's fine until Klaus had the brilliant idea to make moonlight rings. Now that Harvest Girl's making more.
I mean,
Offering
no,
them to the wolves in
you
exchange for their allegiance to
you
the
went in
wolves.
to fight him
Kneeling at her
and
feet.
lost again.
Quarters become a dangerous place. And you're the last true vampire left.
Find me the White Oak Stake, and I'll let this little social experiment continue.
Oh, even if I wanted to help, I don't have a clue where the stake is.
Yes, but you do have an ally in Davina. She can find it. Thing is, I'd speak to her myself, but I fear the conversation might become a little unpleasant.
All I care about is Marcel and Josh. You kill Klaus, they die too. I can fix that.
I care about
It's just a
Damon.
matter of time.
Perhaps I can help you solve
Who's
the
currently
riddle.
in like this hell, so I don't know.
Unless you trick
I
me into
care
a
about
spell that will
Caroline.
free you from my control.
And
You know, for someone who
Lena and
despises
everyone.
Klaus so much, you certainly share his paranoia.
Oh, you were right to be suspicious. Davina's hiding something in that attic. The door was locked with a rather complex spell.
Could be a weapon, source of power. Wolves in need of a gift only I can provide. Moonlight rings.
The witches have been working day and night. Soon we will have enough rings for an army.
One thing these people hate more than vampires, it's hybrids.
What they hate is their lack of power. Hence the willingness of their brethren to deal with that witch in exchange for rings. Your people need a leader. You are their queen.
I am a mess. I cry all day, I feed all night.
Me.
All I can think about is how much I miss my daughter.
Do you think you're alone in that pain?
Have you even thought about her once?
Yeah.
I have not stopped thinking about her. When it pains me, I seek comfort in the idea of what I will do to those who would harm her.
46. An entire tenement building. 46 bodies drained.
Nonsense. It was at least 60. They neglected to check the attic. Why do people always run for the attic? I mean, it makes no sense.
It's difficult enough to keep our presence in the city a secret without the two of you doing absolutely everything in your power to draw attention to us.
I'm surprised you have the time to concern yourself with us, given the hours you spend doting on Marcellus.
Is that what all this is about? You envy my bond with Marcellus. Niklas, you brought that child into this home.
They're like, this came out of nowhere. Like, you have a bond with him now? Like, what?
Punish the boy because of Cole's antics. I'd just as soon put him in a box.
This guy asked me out, but then he stood me up.
He stood you up.
Mm-hmm.
You say the word, he's dead. Okay, look, I hate to ask for a favor, but I need a locator spell. Something's missing. A white oak stake. It's powerful enough to kill an original.
Did one of them put you up to this?
See, if that stake is used on Klaus, every vampire that he sired dies too.
I know. But what if I do find it? I mean, I am not just gonna give it to Klaus. He and Elijah are both brutal, sadistic monsters.
And do
Davina.
No, I'm done listening. For a long time, you and your family have had all the power. You manipulate and kill anyone who gets in your way. That time's over. From now on, you can know what it is to be afraid.
I asked you to stay out of sight.
I wanted to speak to her face to face.
Why?
Well, then
So that you could piss her
why
off.
did you
I wanted
ask
to
him
see
to
for
do it?
myself. She cares for you, and yet how cavalier she was at the jeopardy that you now face.
What are you saying?
She knows the stake will not be used because she knows precisely where it is. She's had it all along.
Our pack has been divided by people that want us to be their slaves. What we need right now is a leader. Someone who will reunite us and make us strong
Yeah, someone,
again.
not him.
Someone who will fight for our pack. If you let me, I can be that person.
You think we can trust you? You're not one of us.
You're the one that blew up half the people!
Vampire parasite. Attack me
Yes, you
in
will.
front of all of them?
Yep.
Then just give them another reason to say yes to Cassie and her moonlight rings. Yeah, they would rather follow a witch than you. Me? Hell, I'd rather die than follow you.
Then you will.
Well, at least you didn't drag this out.
Hey! Let him go, Klaus.
You need to learn about the art of politics, love. You gain support by killing your detractors.
They may not like me very much, but these people, including Oliver, are my family. Let him go
No!
now.
He killed half of you.
There's your queen. Powerful, fearless, and unlike me, merciful.
He did that on purpose.
These people need to show you more respect.
It's because you make stupid moves like this. It really makes me wonder how the hell I ever survived, you people.
Please, let me go. Mr. Claw, I don't like this.
Don't be absurd. Shakespeare should be experienced in the flesh. In truth, these aren't the finest actors, but we are in the colonies. Yeah. Where were we?
Then venom to thy work.
Does he have blood on him? But like, I thought he wasn't a vampire.
Forgiveness.
It's Hamlet, not Harlot. Sometimes I don't know why I bother.
What have you done?
I was just introducing Marcellus to the theater. I thought you'd be pleased.
Is there no limit to your vile imagination, brother?
At least someone knows the meaning of family.
I told you
He's gonna-
before.
You're going back in the
Marcellus
box.
is family.
I don't fault you for your suspicion, nor Davina for her contempt. That does not alter our present dilemma. She has that stake.
Where is this witch who dares craft moonlight rings without my permission?
Klaus.
It's your mommy. It's kind of weird, right?
I've been expecting you. Chamomile has lots of healing properties. Did you know that it's also a flowering plant?
I did. The plants grew wild near my boyhood home, but neither the tea nor your botanical musings explain the reason why you've taken it upon yourself to forge new moonlight rings.
I wonder how she knew
I
that.
assumed it was obvious.
Probably because she's your mum.
An alliance between the wolves and the witches would restore balance to our home. The rings level the playing field. If we are united, nothing can stand against us.
It's an ambitious strategy. But allow me to offer a few words of advice, if I may be so bold. New Orleans is a vicious place, and your enemies are everywhere.
I've already begun to take precautions. In fact, I'm taking them as we speak.
My family? Oh no, they're all crazy as loons. About your family?
Not much to say. Only child. My dad was distant.
I know your story, Davina. When you're practically famous. You're the harvest girl that told them all to shove it. I'm a lot like you. Don't really believe in rules and authority. Your courage should be celebrated.
Keep calling until
He's
I
much
answer.
cuter in this body than he is in normal Cole body.
I'll make it quick.
Watching me on my own date.
Stop complimenting her and find out what she's hiding.
I'm wooing her, Vincent. It requires charm and personality. Something you'd know nothing about.
Hey, he had a girlfriend.
And if you
It was
can't
so
get them,
weird
we'll
that
do
she
this
waited
my
for
way.
him for like 900 years or something.
Until she can't help but tell you everything.
Anyone who's ever wanted to kill an original is gonna be coming after you.
Fine. Let them try.
Dee, come on, just tell me where you are. Hey, we can talk about this.
I'm at Russo's. Don't bother coming. I'm leaving now.
Why don't you stay and party with us?
Get out of our way now.
Wow. Can you do that with the rest of them, or?
Not all at once.
I mean, you used to be able to, right?
Juan mo en benete, mentenente.
You filthy dogs.
Oh god, I was just seeing this and been like, oh fuck.
Well, now, what an interesting turn of events. I'm going to enjoy this girl.
That's so not like him though. Drinks from vampires.
Hello, son. I'd hoped to see your brother first.
I guess
but
they know that it's alive
we
now.
have some unfinished business as well.
Oh my god, you got bitch slapped.
We're getting out of here.
No, Russo, I need my bracelet. I can use it to control him. Stop. Go back now.
It's the same tea my mother made. How I loathed it.
He knows, he knows, he knows, he
Would you
knows, he
prefer
knows.
mint?
He has to know.
You know, she was insane. My mother.
He knows.
She believed we were abominations. A curse on this earth, stretched out over generations, made us vampires, condemned us to an eternity of bloodlust. And then acted as if we were to blame.
She sounds awful. Are you building to a question, Klaus?
You use my full name, as though we are familiars. I find it insulting. before she died.
I know exactly what she would say. She would tell you to go to your room for being so rude.
I studied her presence, the way she carried herself, the fervor with which she voiced her hatred of our kind. I looked into that girl's eyes, and I swear to you, Elijah, she is not just guided by our mother, she is our mother.
There we go.
What is happening? I'm going to kill her.
Mommy and Daddy are
Or
home.
boil her bones. What could possibly be more important than the return of our mother?
Our father. I saw him standing there in the flesh as you do now. He was enslaved with some spell cast by Davina.
The whole fucking original family is alive again. What the hell?
Which of our parents do we kill first? Well, it seems I'm a good influence on you after all.
I see a change in him. For the first time in centuries, he acted solely for the benefit of another. I believe that young Marcellus, with whom he can identify and even nurture, holds the key to our brother's troubled soul.
That's so weird. That's not like...
To betray you
I
as I
don't
have,
know.
but for his sake, you must sleep.
I don't like this, because I feel like that's not
Even I must make certain sacrifices.
Elijah.
Elijah, I did it. I memorized the whole passage. I could perform it for you.
Could you now? Marcellus, have you ever considered you might not be the center of the given universe? Niklaus?
Are you angry with me?
Bored would be a more accurate description. Niklaus, please! You brought him here. He's your burden to bear. If indeed we are to accommodate this little scavenger.
Okay, I'm so confused.
Am I to assume you finished him off?
We made a deal. He'll pledge his loyalty to Cassie, report back, and tell me everything that he learns.
Well done.
Why would he do that?
What the bloody hell was that? Huh? You need to calm down. Now. You almost got me killed. Those wolves didn't just go after Davina, they almost attacked me.
I'm aware. I gave the order.
What do you expect?
The attack had to look convincing.
Look at my head. This isn't gonna heal for weeks. I haven't had a scar in 1,000 years.
You'll live.
You stick me in this body. You force me to sneak around like some common toady. If this is the grand new life that you planned for me, then you can have it back.
You are here by my grace. And you will remain by my grace.
Okay, I guess I get why he'd be working with her, because it's like, otherwise he'd be into hell or something. Whatever is taking them. I don't know.
Finn, tell him what you saw.
The door was open. The room was empty.
But he saw
So,
something.
How did Davina tear apart a pack of vicious wolves? She must have had this weapon
gonna
with
tell
her.
her?
What is it? A dark object? A book of spells?
Well, I wish I knew. I was knocked out during the attack. I never saw a thing.
Interesting.
See, you're an original. Every vampire that's ever been sired is an extension of you and your family. Now, you can walk away from that and side with Klaus and the wolves, but you're not one of them.
And why would I play benefactor to a collection of lost children?
That's right. You never were any good with children. Her name's Gia. I fed her my blood a few hours ago. When she wakes up, she's gonna need a mentor. I hope that you do better with her than you did with me.
Alrighty-o. Well, that was season 2, episode 2, titled Alive and Kicking. I'm glad that they know, pretty much off the bat, that Mummy and Daddy are alive. I mean, they've still got Finn and Cole to figure out. But I'm glad that they know. Like, I'm glad that they didn't, like, stretch that out over many, many episodes or something. All in all, it's looking quite interesting. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I find it very odd though that like what's supposed to be a 16-year-old girl is like kind of threatening Klaus. It just seems so like, oh my gosh, she's so tiny. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and I will see you in the next one.